Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the homestead. So we finished everything in the garden as far as the fencing goes. Now it's time to get all of my plants into the big garden. So let's head behind the house and I can show you how all my tomatoes and other plants are doing. All right, friends, look at how awesome my tomatoes are doing. These ones in the back over here are doing exceptionally well. And then we've got the other smaller ones here, but they are all ready to go outside into the big garden. I have got plants galore. Not to mention all of my pepper plants that are over here. I've got a whole tray of pepper plants. I've got my cucumbers and another tray of pepper plants that are all going into the garden today. All right, friends, so let's head to the garden and start planting. All right, friends, so that is all that can fit inside of my side-by-side right now. So let's take those down to the garden and then we'll come back and get the rest. Alright, friends, round two of taking the plants to the garden. Alright, friends, so it's time to start planting our tomatoes. I've got one of my tomatoes. This is the big rainbow, and these are the ones that I planted inside the house from seed. So I'm super excited to get these in the ground and so excited of how well they look. So what you're going to want to do when you get ready to transplant them, take off all of these lower leaves because we're going to be planting this pretty deep. That way all of this right here will be your roots. So we're gonna go ahead, remove it from there, and then cut these off. You can use your nails, you can use clippers if you don't have long nails or sharp nails like me, and take these off. And then I'm gonna go ahead and plant this probably up to here, just so that I have some nice, good root growth in the next couple weeks. All right, friends, something else I wanna mention is the root growth. So when you buy plants from the store, you'll notice that they're covered in roots. That's called root bound, and you don't want that. So right here, as you can see, they're starting to come up, but all this is still very much soil. So my roots are not bound, so they are gonna be able to spread out into this dirt with no problem at all and really help my plants out. All right, friends, so we had a really nice rain, so this ground is nice and wet. I've got my spade here, and I'm gonna go ahead and dig a nice hole that we can go ahead and plant our tomatoes in. All right, so now that I have my tomato in, I'm gonna go ahead and fill it in with dirt, and I'm gonna mound it up because I do want it up just below the bottom leaf that's on here. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and mound this up, being careful of my stem. You don't want to break it. And there we go. We got our tomato plant in the ground. All right, friends, one more time. Again, we're gonna remove our smaller leaves because these are gonna be going underground. You see all these fuzzies? All this is potential roots. So that is fine to cover up. And that's only with your tomato plants. You don't want grubs in your garden. You find them, get them out. Oh. All right, friend, I'm gonna keep going on with the rest of our tomatoes and get them in the ground. All right, friends, so now we are on to our peppers, and I've got all kinds. I've got poblano, I've got jalapeno, I've got red pepper, sweet green pepper. I've got all kinds. We're gonna go ahead and start planting them in this area. We went ahead and sectioned it off, so we're gonna try to keep them into this square, but if we have too many, then we're gonna go out to the side. But we've got probably close to 50 peppers to go ahead and plant right now as well. All right, friends, so the same thing as we did with the tomatoes, we're gonna go ahead and do with the peppers, and these lower leaves, I'm gonna go ahead and take them off before we plant them, because these are also gonna go a little bit deep, not quite as deep as we did the tomatoes, but they are gonna go a little bit deeper into the ground to produce some nice, good roots. So let's go ahead and get started with our peppers. All right, friends, so I'm gonna go ahead and dig my hole. As you can see, the nice root growth that they have right here, and it's not bound to the top yet, so this is a good time to go ahead and get your plants into the ground. And because these are close to the ground, I'm going to go ahead and take these off as well, because that's how you get disease on your tomatoes and your peppers, is they come up. If these leaves get wet or saturated with the dirt, that's how you get disease on your plants. All right, friends, so we are all done planting our peppers, and that was our bell peppers and our hot peppers. They are all planted now in this section. Next, I want to go ahead and start planting the brassicas. I know I should have done this a long time ago, but I didn't. So we're going to go ahead and plant those now. That is our broccoli and our cabbage. So we're going to go ahead and plant, I only have a few of those. So we're gonna put those along the fence over here, and that leaves more space for me to put some other things later on. So let's head over there and start planting our brassicas. All right, friends, so I've got some cabbage and some broccoli that I'm gonna go ahead and transplant. Yeah, I should have planted these a while ago, especially these poor broccolis. So we'll see. If it works, it works. If I don't get any broccoli, then I'm gonna have to do this again in fall when it's cooler, and see if I'm able to get them that time. Everything is all about try. You either succeed or you fail. Never give up, just try again. So I'm gonna go ahead and try putting these in the ground and see what happens with them over the next few weeks. So now it's on to my cucumbers, and I have 3 different varieties. I've got the Market More 70, Market More 76, and also Early Fortune. So I've got 3 plants per cup, so I'm gonna try to separate them out as best as I can so that way I can have 3, and I'm gonna go ahead and stagger them because in the middle I'm gonna put up a trellis. That way I can attach them and they can start climbing up the trellis versus going all over the floor. So I will be staggering them as I plant them so they have good growth. Alright friends, I am officially done. I took all of my plants and I went ahead and I transplanted them into my big garden. I am so excited. I finally got to this point. I thought this day would never come, but I got them all successfully transplanted into the garden. Now it's just to watch and see how they grow and how they do over the next few weeks. We are expecting to get a lot of rain, so I'm really excited about that because that means I don't have to come out here and water them. But wow, friends, tomatoes, bell peppers, cucumbers, brassicas, and I think that was it. The next thing on my list to do is to go ahead and bring my seeds out here and start direct sowing my other plants. So that will be coming in the next couple days. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. As always, I hope all is well and have a blessed day.